This is the plaza. This is David Epstein. He's the author of Gemstone Dealer and How to Deal with One. We're in Teatro Tony. This is a central square, and we're going to walk around, and we'll see some stones later on. But this is the center of an awful lot of the cutting and the distribution of Brazilian stones. The three-toed sloth is a symbol of this city. They're not fast-moving animals, that's for sure. This is in the central square, and there's a number of them around here. And yes, they do move slow. Where do you go? Here's some just overview of the central part of Teatro. They sent a botanist around the world, I understand, and came back with a collection of different trees. So some of these are African, some are North American, some are Brazilian, South America. And this is the center part of the city of Teatro, and it's where a lot of the gem dealing takes place. The cutting, of course, doesn't take place here. It takes place in a variety of different offices and shops around the town. The center part of the square, I'm going to go down into the gem area where there's a lot of dealers, and of course there's other things available too, hobbyists, what have you. An awful lot of the colored stones around the world are Brazilian historically. There's the state that it's in is called Rio Minas, means governor of mines. So there are numerous mines, operating, amethyst, what have you.
Para a nossa vida, em nome do Senhor Jesus.
Political center.
Tem uma coisa
People come here to
que o pastor falou aqui,
talk politics
que nos chama atenção.
And do gem business. There's aquamarines and emeralds.
Em nome do Senhor Jesus.
Most of the emeralds.
Ele falou.
Teatro Tony is without question the city in Brazil for emeralds. Here's some amethysts.
Que nós precisamos ficar atentos.
These are mostly dealers representing various cutting shops, facilities around the city. People buying and selling, people bargaining. Not sure what you have going on over there, but we're just going to take a general look. Maybe some big amethyst. These pouches, for the most part, contain stones from various shops. See. Oh, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Uh-huh.
Me?
Been years since I've been here. You have some amethyst, citrine, turmalina.
Turmalina, yeah.
See, can I see, please?
Yeah, but not. Você tem pedra para mostrar para ele? Tem pedra para mostrar para ele aí? Eu quero filmar.
Let's see what we have here. Most of the time the stones come in papers like this. Holy smokes, I asked for an amethyst and he gave me an amethyst. Okay, citrine, ametrita, amethysta, citrine, turmalina.
Hey, citrine, amethysta.
See.
Hey, citrine.
Okay, they have some big citrines here. They really use it from the south. Most of it's mined in...
Quer saber preço, não?
Mais.
Aí, ó. Muito bonito.
Mais, por favor. And, most of these stones actually come from... Topaz Imperial? No. Topaz Imperial comes from a town called Ouro Preto. It's a couple hundred miles from here anyway.
Pala de fogo.
See, Topaz Azul. Okay, now we're talking some citrine. It's Rio Grande citrine. I don't know, I suppose it's 500 carats there. Yes, sir.
You want a cat's eye for a pinky ring.
Oh my God. Okay, that's a cat's eye barrel.
Sai, esmeralda.
I guess he's
good
good
on it.
Right. He's saying it's emerald. I think it's aqua.
Well, I don't think you'll see this in Canterbury.
No, I don't. No, this is like a very unique item. I should say this town's not only known for gemstones per se, but specimens like this. This is probably the only place in the world something like that would come from. Here's some tourmaline. Nice. More. Big. The grande. No servo. No servo. The tourmalina. Tourmaline rosa. Bonito. No servo. Here, let's see what we got here. Pestia? Okay. This guy's saying he's got some top end.
Very good.
This probably came from Padaka. Padaka?
$5 por carat.
Okay. It's tends to be
$5 carat.
banded. It's banded, but it's very good color. It's also known for specimens, but it's not so much we're interested in.
$5 carat.
Oh, okay. Now here's some quartz, smoky quartz. Oh my, holy smokes! Look at that emerald, folks.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see that in Bangkok.
No, I don't think you're going to see that. That is one huge emerald. What are you going to do with something like? What's the asking price on something
91
like this?
carats.
91 carats. What's the asking price on it?
250 por quilate.
250 a carat.
250 a carat. Okay, well that would make a nice pinky ring.
Yeah.
But the barrel? Barrel, por favor.
Green gold.
Sorry.
Green gold.
Okay. No servo. Obrigado. Any more? Nice? All these people are dealers, and they represent different cutting shops around the town, around this area. Okay. And the people, of course, will send employees out. And here's some just quartz. Okay. But I should also say a lot of quartz has a nice cat's eyes when it's showing off. I should say a lot of the commercial material, for example, commercial quartz, this still has a lot of the commercial stuff you see around that are using
Bicolor kunzite.
Oh my God! I have never seen a bicolor kunzite in my life. I don't think. I used to deal a lot with kunzite years ago. Again, it's very beautiful and it's also very unique. You just don't see this. This is probably the only place in the world something like this comes from. On the other hand, it's not every day you run into a customer that wants a bicolor kunzite either.
No. So, but even in Jaipur, you won't see this.
Cabochon aquamarine. This area is known for its aquamarine historically. Almost all the aqua in the world has come from this in Madagascar. Desculpa?
$5 carat.
Okay, he wants $6 for this. You probably take 4. It's okay, but not what I'm looking for. Here's a nicely cut, and they're getting more into this in Brazil. David, as we mentioned before, is really one of the forerunners in this style of cutting. Very unique sort of cutting that's done in something like that. Here's some kunzite, and some very, very nice kunzite, I might say. It's beautiful stuff. It's kunzite, see? Yeah. I thought maybe it might be imperial topaz. But that stuff is very, very beautiful, very light stuff. No servo. Here's some just standard aqua, nothing special there. Let's see what we have here.
Here's some full Brazilian Paraíba.
Oh, Paraíba. Okay. Well, there's not much of that stuff around anymore.
No.
Of course, Brazilian Paraíba is much better, Dave. You know more about the technical
Okay,
aspects.
the Brazilian Paraíba very often has, besides the copper, some gold, some AU,
Right.
and that makes the blue more intensive. In the small stones, you don't have enough chromophores per cubic area to do stones from Africa. They get too light. So if you see them with such a dark color, you know right away they're Brazilian.
Yeah, the Brazilian stuff is regarded as being much better. Matter of fact, there are people that argue the African stuff should not be called Paraíba at all. And that is a kunzite that will stand up and talk to you. Holy smokes. That is Esther all right.
That is fantastic. This color isn't being shown very well by this camera. If you can see it here in action, in real life, it looks much more brilliant, much more pink. Beautiful, beautiful top-end stuff. Beautiful Inco. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of barrel that comes from around here too. Again, a lot. Yeah, I think so. I should say a lot of this stuff is used commercially. In other words, a lot of that barrel, this is gemstone material, but there's a lot of barrel that isn't gemstone material, and that's just mined and sold to industry for various reasons. Tourmalines too. So it's not only a question of gemstones being used for jewelry, but also production for commercial applications.
Alexandrita
Aquamarine?
No.
Oh, tourmaline? Oh,
This is tourmaline.
Santa Maria?
Yeah. 43 gramas, fala aqui.
Okay, this is very nice stuff. It's really too small and it's too light.
Exactly. But it comes from Brazil, and
yeah.
the bigger stuff has been sold off to the bigger houses. But this is Brazilian material.
Yeah, and the Brazilian material is much better. It has more of a blue tint to it that you just don't get out of Africa. Okay. Of course, they manufacture things here too. I mean, stones come from this area. Matter of fact, there's a lot of gold mining that's still done around here, a lot of alluvial. Sometimes you go through rivers and you see 100 people out there panning for gold, and that's how they make their living. So it's a major gold production. The exact percent of the world's production, I don't know, but there's a fair amount of gold. But no big deal. Here's some yellow beryl. It's very nicely cut. That's kind of the reason I wanted to. Yellow beryl. Looks like citrine, but actually it's yellow beryl, which is yellow aquamarine.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Beryl?
No, it's mixed color tourmaline. Rather than do a bicolor out of it, they mix the color around. They call it futacor, which means runaway color.
Here's some more rosa, tourmaline red.
Right, and you have some idea of the size of the stones.
More red tourmaline.
Yeah, little larger size, and you see the cleanliness, which is very unusual.
Yeah, especially in red tourmaline. So one-time harvest is what they say in Brazil. In other words, you know, you have to hang around 100 million years to get some more. You harvest it once.
Yeah.
And it's very true.
All right, can you get a good view of this? It's a very beautiful open sea access.
You just don't
Nikolai.
see tourmalines like that. The blue tourmalines like that, it's like they're extinct, you know. And I know what cost in that is several hundred a carat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And that's it down here, close to them. Again, you just don't see this color. Very seldom see this color anywhere, especially with African stones.
And we're doing this on a cloudy day.
That's true.
If there was good sunlight,
There's no lights.
there's no light.
Day.
I mean,
This recorder doesn't have a light.
yeah.
Fica melhor ainda.
Vamos, mas isso é amarelo. Vai fazer ela mais verde.
See. Beautiful stuff. Almost impossible to get that stuff anymore. Oh, here's some more stones. Again, this is an office connected with a lapidary, and so this man buys rough and he cuts it. Usually he'll go out to the mine. People like him go to the mine.
Yeah, he was born and his brother partner lives in Arasuai, which is another region which produces rough, and but the trading center is still Teoflotone and the cutting center. The goods are cut here. Quanto aqui?
Essa 35. 35.
Okay, these are $35 a pound.
Yeah, they're nice. What tends to happen, of course, is the skilled cutters in here, and this is existing marketing structure. People like myself come here to buy.
And so the offices are here, the cutting facilities are here. So no matter where this stuff is mined, it usually ends up in Tiaflo or even other city, Governor Valladolid. But the point is, this is the marketing, the trading center. And that's where the cutters are. And it's where we all come to buy and sell and bargain.
Okay, now, in the other office, we saw that single stone in the beginning, which was essentially a bicolor. And it was there because they have a customer who wants a heart shape. Well, the groove in the heart will be put in that stone here in Teoflotone right away, because the facilities are here and they're usually not in other places. Okay.
The person wants a heart shape. Well, you have a fat pear.
Yeah,
Well, it's
right.
easy to make a fat pear into a pear shape. You assume you have a lapidary access to it. Bicolors have really gone up a lot. They're very rare, and the Chinese have really been building. Have you noticed the Chinese buyers coming here, especially with bicolors?
Very much, but not this past year. I think there are one or two Chinese people who came during the pandemic. And yes, they very much like tourmaline and they like bicolors. And there's a historical reason for that, which was explained to me by a Chinese customer of mine. I might as well give you the reason, you can put it in there.
All right.
The last empress in China, all the stones that were in the ground belonged to the emperor. If any were taken out and not given to the emperor, the penalty was death. So there wasn't much gem mining. They traded stones, which, you want to take a bit of they traded stones which were not from China, like jade. Okay, jade came from Burma. And the last empress of China was very fond of tourmaline and bicolor tourmaline. And she sent buyers to a new mine, which was in existence at that time. It was called the Palo Mine. And they would go to the United States and they would buy rough at the Palo Mine.
Oh, of course, San Diego area.
Yeah, right. ¿Cuánto es? Okay, this is 200.
So the last empress was very fond of bicolors, and that kind of spelled out in the culture.
Right. So when China became interested in hard assets and in gemstones again, tourmaline were very much what they were looking for, virtually all in the beginning, and they also were paying enormous prices for over-dark stuff, because in jade, the darker it is, the better.
Okay. Okay, here's the street scene in Teoflotone. These are all gem merchants here. There's the center square. Most of these offices around here are related to the gem industry. Well, I should say not only the gem industry, but the mineral industry. There's a lot of this stuff that's just produced for commercial application. And this has been going on as long as I've been going here, which is 37 years. And there's some lapidary supplies over there.
Okay, all these buildings are filled with offices and lapidation.
Okay, these are all lapidation areas and dealers. Close to the square. If people want custom cut things, so they can have them custom cut. If you need supplies, cutting wheels, diamond compound, whatever, it's available.